Thanks, girl. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. AmpUpThe88.com. I'm Monica Palumbo, Miss Sprint Cup, hanging out with Ben Fischbeck.
Close.
Fischbeck. It was a tongue twister.
Yep.
So thank y'all for hanging out and for shooting your questions over at us.
The most important thing is I'm not Matt Myers. So.
Yeah, let's get that straight.
Yeah.
He is not Matt Myers. This is Ben Fischbeck.
There you go.
All right, so welcome to This Week with the 88 on AmpUpThe88.com. This week we're with Ben Fischbeck, the 88 front tire changer. So we've had some scheduled changes, so Matt Myers isn't able to make it. And all right, he'll be here with us next week, so stay tuned. Let's get started. Seth, 88, he wants to know, what is your role during the race?
Front tire carrier. Make sure the grill stays clean. Make sure we don't lose any motors or anything. But pretty much do whatever they tell me to.
That's right. Okay, Dale Jr. Fan 50 wants to know, how long have you been involved in racing?
I've worked at Hendrick for 9 years, but raced my whole life. So it's been a long time.
So you've raced your whole life. You're from Missouri, right?
Yep, from Missouri. Started racing go-karts when I was 6. So just kind of worked my way up.
And then had to relocate to Charlotte and then get into the industry and all that cool stuff. All right. The next question is from Susan is the Best. She wants to know, how long have you been the front tire carrier for the 88 team?
88 team? 3 years. So been here the whole time. Worked at Hendrick for 9 years though. So
you know the Hendricks pretty well.
Oh yeah.
All right, next question. This is from Jake, 1986. He wants to know, how do you prepare for a race? Do you use some Amp Up energy drinks?
Well, right here actually, Amp energy juice in the morning. You can drink it. Yeah, you can drink it. Afternoons too is fine. So.
When 5 o'clock
That's how it
rolls
starts.
around.
Yeah, it's early mornings, So and get to the track and set up the pits and get after it.
Get the day going.
Yeah.
Okay, this question is from Morgan Loves Dale. Is there a difference between the rear tire and front tire carriers?
The difference in weight, no. There's camber in the front. It makes it a little tougher maybe. Front tire carrier doesn't have to do any adjustments. That's all rear tire carrier.
Okay.
Yeah, not a real big difference, but there is some differences.
Okay. Well, speaking of weight of the tire, Jason 88 wants to know, how heavy is the tire?
Yeah, I've never weighed one. I've wondered that
Really
myself.
not?
I never have. I'd say around 80 pounds, something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're not light. Some of the short tracks, they'll be lighter. I think around maybe 40. So.
Oof.
Yeah,
But 80 tires.
Or 80 pounds, yeah.
Or I mean 80 pounds, sorry.
That is heavy.
Wow. Mike 88 wants to know, do you have a specific technique for carrying the tire? Is there a certain way you carry it?
No, not really. A lot of people are the same. There's only really a couple ways you can do it, So I guess really not.
No.
Just get it on as fast as I can.
Yeah, in the zone. Dale Jr. Fan 50 wants to know, what is your physical training like? Do you do more cardio or more weightlifting?
Really a good combination of both. All the pit coaches, Mark Malden, Coach Walt, Mark Morrison, they all do a great job. Really, really good combination of everything. It's all important, and it takes the better half of the beginning of our day, Monday through Thursday, I'd say. So.
How many hours do you guys have to work out in the morning?
It's usually about 2.5. So yeah, that includes pit practice. So it's a lot goes into it.
Wow.
Yeah,
all right, next question. This is from Sun VGG. I hope I'm saying that right. How much heavier are tires with the inner liners?
Well, the ones with the liners I think are around 80 pounds. So the ones with the no liners I think they're around 40. I think, like I said, I've never weighed one.
Yeah.
That probably sounds kind of funny, but
No.
I don't know.
All right. Well, you can weigh one later today. Next question.
Now you got me curious.
Yeah,
Now I'm wondering. Now I'm gonna have to go find out.
Next question. Beth88 for life. Her question is, what's the hardest part about your job?
Wow, that's a good question. I don't know. The hardest part.
Travel?
The travel is tough. You know, getting up early. Sundays. I guess a lot. Probably. I don't know. I'd say probably the hardest is the off season. You know, we work really hard in the off season to have a really good season. So.
Oh wow! And you would think the off season's when you guys get to relax.
You'd think it would be a little bit, but it's it's not.
Okay. Next question. Sarah24 wants to know, what's your favorite track and why?
Ooh, wow. Probably. I like Bristol.
Yes,
Bristol's a lot of
I do
fun.
too.
You know. I don't know. It there's something about it being a short track. You know, it's hard. You get 43 cars on that little half-mile track.
crazy.
You know, and there's a lot of stuff that happen.
Yeah.
I've had pretty good success there too. So you know that always helps.
We'll take Bristol. Okay, next question is from Dale's biggest fan. What's the hardest track and why, and how do you prepare for it?
The hardest track, probably Talladega.
Really?
As far as being a tire carrier, yeah. We prepare. The coaches once again do a real good job in practice. You know, preparing the pit practice car for the race. So probably Talladega. You know, real tight fenders. You know, you want.
Right.
You want.
What about road course racing?
That's a lot of fun. They're backwards and they're different.
Yeah.
I like that. You know, it's I don't know. It's just something different. You know, different than the norm. You know.
Right. Spices
And
it up.
we
a little
usually start those about 3 weeks before the road course race. So
Do you really?
start practicing and stuff for those. So because everything's backwards, it's a little different, but it's a lot
Yeah,
of
need a
fun.
little extra
Yeah.
practice on the road
it's a lot
course
of fun.
racing. Okay, this question's from Sun VGG. What's your favorite pit road?
Favorite pit road, the
pit
one that
road.
gives me the most room to not get hit. Probably, I don't know. California's good. You know, great big boxes, but
Texas is probably.
Texas is pretty big. Yeah, it's a big one too. So looking forward to going there this weekend for sure. Yeah.
Dale Junior Fan 50 wants to know, have you ever been injured during a pit stop? If so, what happened?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. My first race actually, going over the wall, I got hit and broke my leg and my thumb
my
and a
gosh.
concussion.
Your
Yeah,
first
my first race. And you know, we practiced all year and then here we are at Daytona and I'm like, is this what it's always like? Like I don't want
Yeah.
to do it if this is what it's always like, but
It didn't stop you though.
no, we kept going. You know, about 3 months. For about 3 months it did, but yeah.
Okay, Sun VGG wants to know, do you have duties at the shop too?
Yep. I'm a fabricator, and that's what we're working on right now. Working on a 5 car, but we work on all the car 88, 5. Everybody's together, you know. So we're getting ready for next year for sure. So
Very cool.
come out with a bang.
Love 88 always, love that name by the way, wants to know, what was your first job ever?
First job ever, probably at my dad's shop. Doing tires there, believe it or not.
Really? So it's in your blood.
on passenger cars, yeah, I guess.
Very
Kind of followed
cool.
me around.
That's awesome. Megan, #1 fan, wants to know, if you could do any other job on the 88 team, what would it be? Good question.
Yeah, I'd probably drive that thing. I don't.
Drive that thing.
I wouldn't be near as good as Dale, but I'd like to try it. It'd be fun, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Bailey Lash wants to know, what do you do with your time off from racing?
There's really
Do you have
no
time
time off. Yeah, there's really no time off, but I like football. I like college football, so I'm a big college
Have a
football
favorite
fan.
team?
Big
Would you love to
Missouri
say?
fan, and I don't really want to talk about it right now. We had a rough week last week, but
It happens.
yeah.
Kimmy for me wants to know, have you worked for other teams in NASCAR?
No, first team. You know, I found a home here. I like it here. You know, it's a great place to work. You know, family family
9
place.
years
so,
here, right?
Yeah, yep, 9 years.
It's a long time.
9 years.
Sun VGG wants to know, have you ever had to switch to tire changer during the race?
No, I leave that to Adam. That's my tire changer. I leave that to him. He's the best. So, yeah, I've tried it a couple times, but no, it's not for me.
Yeah. Okay, great questions, guys. We're about halfway through with the chat, so keep your questions coming. And let's see what the next question is. Kimmy for me wants to know, what are the noses like for the 2011 cars? Because they're coming out with a new nose.
Yeah, that's what we're working on down there right now. I talked about, but they're pretty cool. I guess they kind of did away with the splitter a little bit, and I don't know if all the rules are final yet, but it'd be a lot easier for cleaning the grill and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they look pretty cool.
Cool deal.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you guys looking most forward to this weekend in Texas?
Winning, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's about. I don't know. Heck, that would be the icing on the cake for sure. It'd be good momentum for next year.
Absolutely.
We need a little spark for next year.
Well, and I was talking to you beforehand, before we got live, and you had mentioned you were working on the number 3 car in Daytona.
Yeah.
When they won nationwide. How was that like?
That was a lot of fun. It was really cool. Probably the best win I've ever had. Racing my whole life. There's a lot of emotion into that. So it was a lot of fun. Doing it with this group too was a good time.
And how was Victory Lane like for you guys?
It was pretty wild, being at Daytona and all the, all the hype with the 3 and everything, and then to be able to cap it off, it was a lot of fun.
Pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. And so you guys also work with you said you work on the number 5 too as well in the shop to help out and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, it's all one family, and even if we can go to the 2448, it's one team with 4 cars, so that's what makes it nice.
That's what we like about Hendrick. Okay, let's see. This is Seth88 wants to know, if you ran NASCAR, what would you do? That's kind of like a loaded question.
Yeah. What's the next question?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I like what I'm doing. It's a lot of fun. Not to say I wouldn't like to move up, but. It's having such a good time now. It's hard to think about that.
Exactly. You're living in the moment. I Love Dakota wants to know, what's something you've learned from working with Dale?
Wow, that's a good question. Something I've learned. It's a lot of fun to work with him. It's a lot of fun to listen to him on the radio. He's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, they all the fans probably know how that is, but it's a lot of fun. He's hilarious.
Yeah. Another question about Dale. Fast Car 88 wants to know, favorite Dale story, maybe a pit stop or a funny moment you can share. You're allowed to share.
Yeah, one that's censored.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Probably, I have to go back to the 3 win. When we all got together and we did the picture in Victory Lane, after we won that deal. It was pretty cool. Coming out pit road first and then keeping it. And, that was pretty cool. When we were all together for that one time, that was an awesome pretty cool deal. Yeah.
This question is asking, what position on the pit crew would you like to try? Or are you up for trying?
Well, I've tried changing, just down there messing around, but it's not for me. I kind of fell into my place, I like it. I don't know. I'm not really. I don't have a build to be a jack man. Or, Mark Jacobs does an awesome job, so we definitely got the best jack man in business.
Okay, this question is from Foxy Coxy.
Oh, wow.
Whoa!
Oh, easy. I don't know if I want this question.
Love that name. What is it like being a part of Dale's win at Daytona? Sorry, I already asked you that too. Let's see. What about Jeff Backer wants to know, what position on the pit crew would you like to try? Okay, asked that one too. Favorite sports team? Let's see.
Favorite sports team? I'll go with that. I'll go ahead and throw a shout out to Missouri.
Yeah, there you go. Where did you learn the skills to use in the 88 shop? You grew up with in your dad's shop,
Yeah,
right?
actually, a lot of it, believe it or not, it all kind of, it's all really cool how it happened. Lance was my first crew chief, so in 2002 when I started here. So, and then we won the championship in 2003, and I've learned a lot from him. He's kind of shaped me and led me in a right direction. So it all works out pretty good. But
so how do you get started? You said you moved here to Charlotte, and then how do you go to like a pit crew school, or do you?
No, I thought about it, and just knocked on the right doors at the right time, I think. And moved here. Had nothing but bag of clothes and my fan, box fan, but my truck, my tools, and I was ready to go to work. So when the door did open, I came through it and met, like I said, met Lance and I don't know,
Took
just
a leap
kind
of
of,
faith.
yeah, it was,
That's what you got to do.
yeah.
I Drive Fast 88 wants to know what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Wow.
Hangover?
That's a good one. I like that one. Yeah. I really like Castaway. That's probably one of my all-time favorite movies.
I like that one
But
too. All right, let's see. What are we likely to hear on your iPod? This is from I Drive Faster.
wow, everything's on there. There could be anything from rap to classic country for sure.
Favorite country singer or group?
Well, I'll tell you what, Merle Haggard's going to be in Texas on Friday night, so I don't know. That's a real good one. But
Gotta go down to Billy Bob's at the Stockyards.
Yeah, thinking about it.
All right, cool. This is from Race Fan, wants to know who was your favorite driver growing up?
Definitely Dale Earnhardt, for sure. I think it's hard not to be,
Oh yeah.
So
Let's see.
anybody that races is hard.
I agree. Let's see. S. Flate, I hope I'm saying this right, wants to know, did your dad drive, and where did you get your racing influence?
Probably my dad. Yeah, we when I was real little, probably, like I said, 2 or 3, we'd always go to the races, and then, when I was about 5, I decided maybe this is for me, and started racing go-karts, and he always made sure I had the best equipment, so I'd probably say my dad, for
Very
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
And someone wants to know, what's your favorite food?
Favorite food? I like Italian. I like spaghetti. Spaghetti sounds really good right now. I don't know why, but it sounds really good.
I love some Italian too.
Yeah.
Hence, last name's Palumbo. Tish McGee wants to know, what does fabricator mean?
Fabricator. Well, we build all the windows, crush panels. Do everything except hang the body, and we've got a mechanical side that does all the suspension and everything, but everything else you see on the cars, like I said, the windows, crush panels, everything like that, we handle that.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thank you, Ben, for joining us today. This will be it for this week, and remember to check back next week right here on ampupthe88.com, where we'll be chatting with Matt Myers, number 88 rear tire carrier. All righty. Thank you. We'll see you next week.